What I'm looking at right now in gold is a positional bear rally that could be coming over the next few months. And this would be the potential wave count. I do still think it's in a downtrend. So let's take a look now. These are the weekly candles. And if you want to see the bull market that we had, I think this was the wave count for it. One, two, three, four, and five was the blow off top. And after that, I think we're getting an ABC, and we are potentially ending the wave A, which is the first leg of the correction. That's what I think so far. And we're going to get a bear rally over the next couple months. And then we get another continuation of the bear market, and gold heads much lower. That's my outlook right now. Of course, anything is possible, and I could be wrong. But as of right now, I think this is a good area to look for longs, and I wouldn't be surprised if it heads lower. If it heads lower, I'm going to add to my position. So this is the potential wave count over here, and within this wave A, I think we've had its subdivided corrections, and it could be coming to an end. Uh, how far, how deep wave B goes, we will have to look at that in the future. But I think it would be something along, we'll get a bear rally and we'll see a usual where the MACD starts to come back up again and the histogram's about to cross zero. So those are signs of a bear rally. And when we get that, I'll probably make a video at that point. So just a few months back, when gold looked like this, these are monthly charts. I think it was in November or December, somewhere here, I had made my last video, and I was talking about how insanely, just look at this RSI. I was talking about how overbought gold is, and it wouldn't make sense to be buying. But of course, I was wrong and continued to go higher for the next couple months, and that's okay. But after that, we've seen a very significant correction, which is what I had expected. I was looking at about at least a 25% correction, and we've got that. We've got that. We've come down to strong support at the 4,000 level. So this is when I had made my last video, right? And that's what the RSI looked like back then. Now it seems like there is a little bit more downside left, and that would make a swing low over here on this trend line. So, like I said, I've currently taken a long position here, but I'm prepared to let it go a little lower in case we get some dollar strength or the stock market sells off. Then this would go down with it most likely. And then again, I would probably add to my position. The RSI, these are weekly. You can see that the RSI is pretty beaten down, right? Especially coming from what it was over there, these blow off tops, right? The RSI is pretty low. It's not oversold, but very rarely does it get oversold on the weekly basis, right? The 30s is as low as it gets, really. So it is pretty beaten down. We've seen about a 25% sell off. So it makes sense to be going long over here. And I would personally be selling the rip when we eventually get it. Again, I am not of the opinion that gold continues its bull market and this is the end of a correction, even though there's quite a few smart people who do still feel that gold is in a bull market and this is a correction and it continues from here. I am not in that camp, uh, even though I'm a gold and silver bug. But I think what happened in 2025 was something crazy, and you can't just have a bull market continue. I think there's going to be some sideways chops, some time wise correction, and then, yes, the bull market can continue. But as of right now, this is my higher time frame outlook. I'm just trying to make a nice so from right here, so roughly about 15-20%, depending on where my event entry and exit will be. I just want to make a nice gain on a bear rally. And then again, I will, once we get that bear rally, I will be shorting gold. Because long term, I do think gold is first going to come lower to this low 3,000 level, right? Which I know is pretty bearish, but I think that's what's going to happen most likely, because if you go back to if you look at the COVID crash in 2020, when we had a solid market sell-off, gold went down hard with it. If you look at 2008, well, this chart doesn't go that far back, but even in 2008, gold had a strong sell-off with the market crash. So that's what I think happens. I think we get a bear rally, and then with stocks, everything goes down. All right, I'll leave it at that. Thank you, and please leave your feedback down below.